Hold up. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Mega here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can install MVP Baseball 2005 in your modern Windows 10 or Windows 11 desktop computer or laptop. This compatibility problem is a common, well-known issue. If you have a modern laptop with Windows 11 installed, there are chances that once you have installed MVP Baseball 2005, the game simply won't run correctly. Most times it will just pop a black screen and then the game will stop. If this sounds like you, then I might have the definitive fix for you. Now, before we get started, notice that in order to follow this tutorial, you must have acquired MVP Baseball 2005 previously. In my case, I acquired the game, then burned the CDs into .iso files. So before you start, make sure you've bought yourself an MVP Baseball 2005 copy. If you don't feel like doing that, you'll have to get the game in other ways that I will not show nor provide here. Also, notice that you're going to have to uninstall MVP Baseball 2005 and install it again if you had the game installed in your current computer. That being said, let's get started. First thing you want to do is to access and mount both of the MVP Baseball 2005.iso files so that you can begin to install the game. So select both files, right-click on them, then hit on the Mount button. This will redirect you to where both CDs have been placed in. Now, right-click on the MVP Baseball 2005 CD1 and hit on the Install button you should be seeing in your screen. This will start the game setup. Once you've done that, the MVP Baseball 2005 setup windows will open. In this window, you must hit on the Install button. Once you've done that, you're going to need to insert your MVP Baseball 2005 product key. I have one myself, and I'm going to insert it right now. However, I'm going to cut the part where I write the product key down. So once you follow these steps, all you have to do is hit on Next. If the product key was written properly, you'll be able to continue with the setup. So once you've entered the product key, you're going to select the typical user installation option, and then you're going to hit the Next button. After you've clicked Next, the setup will ask if you want to register the game online. Since this game dates from 2005, it's most likely that registering the game will either be useless or won't work. So just hit on the Register Later button and keep on. Once you've selected the Register Later option, the setup will ask whether you want to install EA Sports online components or not. Since this game is way old, it's most likely that said components are no longer working, so it's best to hit on the No button and continue with the setup, as it will now copy the game files. And after patiently waiting for the files to copy onto the game path, we can now conclude with the main setup. Now we may proceed to the next step. But before we do that, we must select the Quit option, then hit on the Finish button. We have now installed MVP Baseball 2005 into our computer. But we're not done yet, because the game still won't run, as this was just the installation of the game itself. Now, we need to install the patches. I'll leave a link on the description where you can find both the 5 MVP Baseball 2005 official patches from EA Sports and the tool that we're going to use to make the game work on our modern computer. The first patches we need to install are going to be the MVP Baseball 2005 official patches. We are going to install each patch following a numerical order, just like you can see on this tutorial. When you open each patch, you'll first see a window that says, "This program will install the MVP Baseball 2005 patch." Each time you see this window, hit on the Accept button to install the patch correctly. Now, once all of the official MVP Baseball 2005 patches are installed, you may continue by installing a no CD patch in case you need one. Most times you'll need one when you don't have a CD drive included in your laptop. Once you've copied the no CD patch, if you needed one at all, You're going to use a powerful, useful tool that will allow you to play MVP Baseball 2005 in your modern computer. This is dgVoodoo 2, a tool that addresses some compatibility issues with video games using old DirectX versions. Now listen closely, as this is going to be the most important part of the process. This is what will bring your MVP Baseball 2005 copy back into your modern computer. First of all, you need to open the file called dgVoodooCPL.exe as an administrator. Once open, this is what you'll find yourself with. Now, at first, you may find this window to be somewhat confusing, but really, it's easier to understand than you may think. You want to leave the rendering, appearance, and color adjustment settings as they are. These are the optimal settings, so I advise against changing them. Now what you want to change is the miscellaneous settings. By default, the Keep Window Aspect Ratio and the Capture Mouse options will come checked, so you must uncheck them if you don't want them to mess mouse input up. After unchecking these buttons, click on the Apply button and head over to the DirectX tab. This is where we're going to make some modifications, because by default, we'll have a video card assigned that won't make the cut for MVP Baseball 2005 with its specifications. To begin with, on the video card settings, we're going to select the NVIDIA GeForce 9800 GT as an option, and we're going to assign 1024 VRAM megabytes to it. Now on the resolutions changes, I'd suggest to leave them on unspecified, although you can try to resize the game from this file to a different resolution that may work for you. You must also uncheck the dgVoodoo watermark option, as it will come as checked by default. Once we've applied these settings into our dgVoodoo settings, we want to hit on the Apply button, then on the OK button to close the program. Once we've done that, we want to enter inside the folder named MS, which comes with the dgVoodoo 2 zip. Then on the x86 folder, and then you want to select all of the files inside this folder, copy them, and paste them on the MVP Baseball 2005 folder where the MVP2005.exe file is located. After copying these files, we want to go back to dgVoodoo's main folder. On this folder, we're going to click on the dgVoodoo.conf file, and we're going to copy it, then paste it on the MVP Baseball 2005 folder where the MVP2005.exe file is located. Once you've done all of that, and to ensure that the game will indeed work, just right-click on the MVP Baseball 2005 icon, then click Properties. Then you want to go to the Compatibility tab, and you want to hit on the Change Settings for All Users button. Now, make sure that you're running the game in the compatibility mode, most importantly on Windows XP, no matter if it's Service Pack 2 or Service Pack 3. Then, you want to make sure that both the Disable Full Screen Optimizations and the Run This Program as an Administrator options are checked. If all of these options are correct, you may now hit on Accept twice to close both of the windows that had just opened. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I just hope that it works for you, as this could be the ultimate solution to the compatibility issues addressed to MVP Baseball 2005 on Windows 10 and Windows 11. That was all for now. Once again, thank you, and until the next one.